Welcome to the Secret History channel. Be sure to subscribe and like so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. On March 28th in Pennsylvania, a partial meltdown occurred at a nuclear power plant. The cleanup began in the summer and ended in 1993. This event was important for safety and energy management in the region. This photo was taken in Paris, France, in the year 1912. It shows inventor Franz Reichelt shortly before testing his parachute suit from the Eiffel Tower. In May 1945, people were at the Reichstag building in Berlin, Germany. This period marked important moments at the end of the Second World War in Europe. The Reichstag is a historic building in the German capital. In 1923, children in Germany made kites out of paper money that had lost almost all its value due to hyperinflation. In 1943, British sappers trained to disarm mines in the dark, relying only on touch for safety. In 1912, the Titanic ship was in dry dock for maintenance and preparations before its maiden voyage. In 1936, a militia was present in Lleida during the Spanish Civil War. This period was marked by significant conflicts in the history of Spain. The image reflects a moment of struggles and tensions of that era. This photo shows life around the Berlin Wall, which divided the city for many years, separating families and communities. James Dean was photographed sitting in a car, signing pictures for his fans at the height of his career, only 2 months before suffering a car accident that caused his death at 24 years old. He is remembered as one of the greatest young movie stars of that era. In 1929, the cell in the Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania housed Al Capone for 9 months. This photo was taken in Moscow, Russia, in the year 1940. It shows the German embassy in the city. In 1943, during the Second World War, food rationing was common in the United Kingdom. This image shows the weekly ration intended for 2 people. In the 1980s, Manute Bol, the tallest man in the NBA, defended the basket in college basketball. He was 7 feet 7 inches tall, about 2 meters and 31 centimeters. In 1889, the Eiffel Tower was under construction for the Universal Exposition in Paris, France. The structure became an iconic symbol of the city and of the engineering of the era. In 1971, the landing capsule of the Apollo 14 mission was used to transport the astronauts to the surface of the Moon. This mission was part of the space programs that expanded human knowledge about space. This photo was taken in the year 1955. It shows James Dean playing backstage during the filming of Rebel Without a Cause. This photo was taken in East Germany in the year 1975. It shows apartment blocks with a poster of leader Erich Honecker. This photo was taken in the Soviet Union in the 1980s. It shows a line of people waiting to buy sausages. In 1991, a store was in operation during the final days of the Soviet Union. This period marked the end of an important political and social era, with significant changes in people's lives. In the 1950s, the roof of an old Fiat factory had a track on top. This structure was used for testing and transport within the factory, showing the innovation and organization of the automobile industry at the time. In 1946, a young woman was buying nylon stockings from a vending machine inside a restaurant in New York, United States. This innovation made access to popular products easier shortly after the Second World War. In 1962, women held parts of the first 4 computers of the United States Army. These computers represented significant technological advances for the time and assisted in military and scientific operations. In 1958, Nena von Schliebrugge, mother of Uma Thurman, posed for Vogue magazine. At that time, she was already recognized as an influential model and took part in important fashion photo sessions. In 1984, Candy took a picture with Conan, who was her tour guide at Harvard University. This visit shows the interest in exploring renowned academic environments during that period. This photo was taken in 1951. It shows Marilyn Monroe in the September edition of Esquire magazine at an important moment in her career when she was beginning to become one of the greatest stars of American cinema. This photo was taken around the late 1950s. It shows Tina Louise posing at home wearing shorts. In the year 1984, Michael Jackson visited the set of the movie Goonies. The meeting highlighted the relationship between music and cinema in the popular culture of the 1980s. On April 30, 1945, Lee Miller was photographed taking a bath in an apartment in Munich. This image is part of the photographic records of that historical period and shows details of the architecture of the time. In the 1960s, model Kitty Nolan was photographed in front of the Tropicana in Las Vegas, United States. In 1977, Bob Marley was photographed on his bus with his toe bandaged. In 1975, young Jennifer Aniston was with her parents, John Aniston and Nancy Dow. In the 1950s, Mick Jagger was still a child living with his family. This period preceded his career as a singer and leader of the band, the Rolling Stones. The image shows a moment from the personal life of a future music star. This photo was taken in the year 1906. It shows Walt Disney with his sister Ruth when they were children. In 1932, Joseph Stalin was photographed with his daughter Svetlana. This image shows a moment from the personal life of one of the most influential political figures of the 20th century. In 1930, Joseph Stalin was photographed going to work in Moscow, Soviet Union. This image shows a moment from the daily routine of one of the most influential political figures of the 20th century. In 1935, Joseph Stalin was photographed wearing Central Asian clothing while meeting with Kolkhoz leaders from Tajikistan. This meeting was part of Soviet policies of collectivization and rural development in the region. This photo was taken in 1979. It shows Arnold Schwarzenegger in the weight room. That year, he was already a renowned bodybuilding athlete, known for his dedication to training. In 1953, the Marine Angel, 600 feet long and 70 feet wide, sailed along the Chicago River. In 1939, photographer Margaret Bourke White captured a DC-4 airplane flying over New York City, United States. This image shows the advancement of commercial aviation and the growth of large cities in the early 20th century. A large military airplane is displayed inside a hangar while a crowd watches the event. This presentation shows the importance of military aviation and the public interest in these aircraft during the period in which it was held. In the 1970s, the Soviet mining truck Belaz 540 was used to transport large quantities of materials. This vehicle was an important part of industrial and mining operations in the Soviet Union. In 1974, the antenna of the relay station was located on one of the peaks of the Tian Shan mountain range. This infrastructure helped in communication and signal transmission in remote mountainous regions. In 1971, Leningrad, Soviet Union, was a large industrial and cultural city. Known today as St. Petersburg, the city had significant historical and political importance during that period. In 1969, Moscow, Soviet Union, was a busy and important political, cultural, and economic center. The capital showed characteristics of Soviet urban life during the Cold War, with buildings, transportation, and activities typical of the time. In 1965, the city of Yalta, located on the coast of the Black Sea in the Crimean Peninsula, was known as an important tourist destination and cultural center. The city attracted visitors for its landscapes and pleasant climate. In the 1950s, a bakery in Moscow, Soviet Union, produced bread and other foods for the local population. These establishments were essential for food supply in the cities during that period. In 1957, the aluminum factory in Surnigayt, Azerbaijan, was in operation. This industry was part of the region's economic development during the Soviet era. In 1976, a toy store in Moscow, Soviet Union, offered products for the city's children. These stores were important for the leisure and entertainment of youngsters during that period. In 1964, a street scene in Yerevan, Armenia, showed the daily life of the city. The image reflects aspects of urban life and the architecture of the capital during the Soviet period. In 1972, hat makers in Estonia worked on creating new designs. This craft was part of the local industry and the fashion of the time, a profession that no longer exists today. In 1952, the Storyville Jazz Club in Copenhagen, Denmark, was a popular venue for jazz performances. The club attracted musicians and fans of the genre, being an important cultural spot in the city. Around 1910, teenagers attended a pajama party and yawned for the camera. This moment shows friendship and relaxed moments among young people of that era. This photo was taken in Vilnius in the year 1972. It shows a woman with her children, revealing daily life and family bonds in the city at that time. The record offers a glimpse into the traditions and family environment of the region. This photo was taken in the year 1934. It shows participants dressed as Romans. The event reflected a cultural interest in historical themes and ancient customs. This photo was taken at Dinamo Stadium in Tbilisi in the year 1930. It shows the stadium during a sporting event or gathering, an important venue for sports and cultural activities in the region. This photo was taken in Moscow in the year 1957. It shows participants of the 6th World Festival of Youth and Students, which brought together young people from various countries to promote friendship and cultural exchange. This photo was taken in Kaliningrad, Russia, in the year 1982. It shows an everyday scene of the city during the Soviet period. In 1969, the finalists of the Miss America contest were photographed during the event. This contest was an important competition in the culture of the United States, highlighting the beauty and talent of the participants. In the 1970s, a teacher from California explained physics concepts using surfing as an example. This approach helped make learning more interesting and closer to the student's reality. In 1978, the Intourist Hotel in Moscow offered a view of the Kremlin and Red Square. These sites are important historical and cultural landmarks of the city, known worldwide. The hotel was one of the main ones at the time for international visitors. In the early 1970s, United Airlines flight attendants worked on flights, offering service and comfort to passengers. The uniforms and service reflected the style and standards of commercial aviation at the time. In June 1976, Alice Cooper and Keith Moon were photographed next to their Rolls-Royces on Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles, United States. This image shows music and pop culture icons of the time in a relaxed moment. In 1987, a boy was photographed with his dog in Moscow, Soviet Union. The image shows the affection between children and their pets during that period. In 1957, it was feeding time for newborns in one of Moscow's maternity hospitals, Soviet Union. This moment shows the care for babies and the importance of maternal and child health at the time. In 1968, kindergarten children in Arkhangelsk, Russia, participated in school activities. This moment shows the importance of early childhood education in the Soviet Union during that period. In 1948, a Soviet kindergarten cared for and educated small children. This type of institution was common in the Soviet Union and helped in the development and socialization of children from an early age. In the 1950s, a young family lived in the Turkmen Soviet Socialist Republic. The image shows aspects of daily life and family relationships in the region during that time. In 1982, the winners of a car race in Moscow received tires as a prize. This sporting event was part of automobile competitions in the Soviet Union during that period. This photo was taken in Hungary in the 1980s. It shows a man performing a safety assessment test for his vehicle. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, glass bottles for soft drinks were very popular and common in households. This image shows a woman elegantly dressed, posing in a decorated setting, reflecting the charm and fashion of a bygone era. In 1918, a Ford Model T was converted into a mobile diner on the streets of Washington, D.C., United States. This photo was taken in 1949. It shows Robert McCho being booked on a charge related to possession of marijuana cigarettes. In 1910, a German horseman watched an airplane fly overhead, symbolizing the meeting between traditional militarism and modern aviation. In 1900, Martin County, known as the Incubator Doctor, helped save more than 7,000 premature babies during his lifetime. In 1969, a girl dressed in hippie style was at the Woodstock Festival. This event brought together thousands of people and marked the youth culture of the time, with music, freedom, and artistic expressions. Around 1895, women learned to ride bicycles together. This moment represented a change in social customs, with more women participating in physical activities and gaining greater freedom of movement. In 1930, a man wore trousers that were popular among members of the University of Oxford, especially among undergraduate students. This style was part of the university fashion of the time and reflected the institution's traditions. In 1946, people arrived in Bavaria, in the part of Germany occupied by the United States after the Second World War. This period was marked by the reconstruction and reorganization of the region after the conflict. In 1987, Robert De Niro served as a jury member at the first International Film Festival. This participation highlighted his importance and recognition in the world of cinema at that time. In 1988, a contestant waited to go on stage during the Miss Soviet Union beauty contest, held in Moscow. This was the first event of its kind since beauty pageants were banned in the Soviet Union in 1959. The return of these competitions marked cultural changes in the country. In 1944, a young woman named Phyllis Stalnaker was photographed for a police record. This image is part of the official documents of the time and reflects aspects of social and judicial life of that period. In 1951, King Frederick IX of Denmark displayed his tattooed body. This photo was taken on the coast of the Tajik Sea in the Tajik Soviet Socialist Republic. In the year 1975, it shows people enjoying a moment of leisure at the beach. In the 1970s, a young couple was photographed drinking in Moscow, Soviet Union. This moment reflects aspects of daily life and social relationships of that time in the city. In the early 1960s, Shirley Ann Field was an actress known for her roles in British cinema. She stood out as an important figure in the entertainment industry of that era. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, please use the Super Thanks tool below. Your contribution helps us keep bringing you amazing historical content. Thank you so much for your support, and see you in the next video.